పందెం కోళ్లపై మనోళ్లకున్న ఆసక్తిని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని మేలుజాతి పెరుగు పుంజులు పెంచే ప్రముఖ బ్రీడర్ల వివరాలను T1 Agri సేకరించే పనిలో పడింది. ముందుగా పెరు దేశంలోని ప్రముఖ బ్రీడర్లలో ఒకరైన కార్లోస్ మెర్సానోతో ముచ్చటించింది. మెర్సానో పెరు దేశంలో ఒక టాప్ బ్రీడర్. 2008లో జరిగిన కోళ్ల పందెంలో సిర్కులో గెలిస్టికో నేషనల్ ఛాంపియన్ మెర్సానో గెలిచారు. 2009లోనూ సిర్కులో గెలిస్టికో నేషనల్ ఛాంపియన్ ప్రథమ, ద్వితీయ స్థానాల్లో నిలిచారు. 2010లో శాంతా రోసా డీలీమాలా అసోసియేషన్లో ఫస్ట్, సెకండ్ ప్రైజులు పొందారు. అదే ఏడాది టెడీసియోస్ సిర్కులో గెలిస్టికో కోళ్ల పందెంలో రెండో బహుమతి గెలిచారు. 2010లో ఐసీఏ నిర్వహించిన 16-18 పందాల్లో మొదటి స్థానంలో నిలిచారు. 2012లో శాంతారోసా డి లీమాలా అసోసియేషన్ పోటీలో థర్డ్ ప్రైజ్ గెలిచారు. 2016లో అబాంకీలో 4వ స్థానం, 2017లో 3వ స్థానం, 2018లో అబాంకీ ఛాంపియన్షిప్ కైవసం చేసుకున్నారు. 2018లో శాంతా రోసాడి లీమాలా అసోసియేషన్ 2వ స్థానాన్ని పొందారు. 2019లో అండా హుయేలేస్ ఫస్ట్ ప్రైజ్, 2020లో కుస్కోలో మొదటి, తృతీయ స్థానాల్లో నిలిచారు. మరెన్నో టోర్నీలు గెలిచిన మెర్సానోతో బ్లాక్ నైట్, మార్టిన్ వైల్డర్ల పుంజుల గురించి తెలుగున్ అగ్రి ఆరా తీసింది. మొత్తంగా మెర్సానో చెప్పిన పెరువియన్ పుంజుల ముచ్చట్లు ఇప్పుడు మీకోసం.
పెరూవియన్ పుంజును గుర్తించడం ఎలా? దాని చరిత్ర, పూర్వపరాలను వివరించగలరా?
Peruvian, how we call it is Peruvian long knife roosters. Okay, this rooster is a mix of the Bankivian roosters and the Oriental roosters. Actually, you know that Peru was a Spanish colony, and between those times there were lots of ships coming from Europe and different parts of the world. And what they brought were roosters from all around the world. There were English roosters coming. They were what we call Oriental roosters coming, Malaysians, Asils, Chamos, and actually what Peruvian breeders did was mixing up all of these races and getting a kind of rooster probably different from all around the world. Did you get me until there?
పెరు జాతి కోళ్లలో అసీల్ బ్లడ్ లైన్ కూడా ఉందా?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, a lot.
Okay.
But probably what the seals that came here were the ones that you showed me in the videos, the big ones, because all the Oriental races that came here to Peru were big. What happened in the first years during Peru as being a colony of Spain, were the fights different kind of roosters. So the ones that fought the smaller ones were like in disadvantage against the ones that fought the bigger ones. You know? So they created what we call still in these times the rooster of tapada, no? A covered rooster. That is why we take to the pit the rooster covered with I don't know how is it called. It's like a piece of what we call a manto. Okay, we covered with this the rooster. You can find here a rooster of 5 kilos, 10 pounds against a rooster of 7 pounds, 3.5 kilos, or whatever you want. Okay. In the beginnings, people started to breed, for example, only English, old English game. Okay. And other people that only breed the Oriental races like Malaysian, like Asil, and they fought once against the others. Okay. But later on, people start to realize that breeding these two races, you got a better rooster, but because you got the good things from one and the good things from the other. Probably the Old English game and the Banquiboides races were faster. They probably jumped higher, but the Asil, Malaysian, and the Chamu races, the roosters hit harder. Okay, so they make more damage against the other rooster. So that is why Peruvian breeders of those times started to breed these races. But until the earliest 1930 more or less, still then the breeders had like a preference, okay, for some kind of races. For example, there were people that breed more like English roosters until then, and there were in other places, for example, the Lima, which is the capital, the breeders usually breed more like the Old English game roosters. But probably outside Lima, in the north part, like Supe, Barranca, Huacho, which are cities or towns at the north of Lima, used to breed more Malaysians, Asils, and Oriental races. Okay, but later 1950, breeders start to mix up those races, and they started to see which ones were better fighters, okay, and which ones killed in the less time. Because we use here a knife which is about 7 centimeters, about 3 inches more or less, okay, and they started to select the roosters that kill faster. That is why the fights nowadays probably are defined in seconds, less than 10 seconds. Right? That's more or less rapidly how was the history of the Peruvian long knife rooster.
పెరూవియన్ క్రియోల్ సంగతి ఏంటి?
It's the same. People call it Creole, but the correct name to name it is Peruvian long knife rooster. We think nowadays it's not probably a race, but it is I don't know what's the translation of estirpe. Okay, because it's highly heterozygotic. Okay. But if you see a Peruvian long knife rooster, you can recognize it in every part of the world.
పెరు పుంజును గుర్తించడం ఎలా? దాని ప్రత్యేక లక్షణాలేంటి?
Typically, Peruvian long knife rooster is about 9 to 12 pounds. Okay, it's about 4.5 kilos to 6 kilos, more or less. It has round but a long body. Okay. Long legs. The bottom part of the legs has a squared shape.
The shanks should be square.
I don't get you. I don't get the translation.
No, I mean to say the scaly part of the leg.
The squared sort of leg.
Okay.
It has like I don't know. It's like a globe shape body. Okay. With mid wings. They are not the long wings like the Banquiboides have, or the short wings like Oriental. They are like a mid wings that take about to the beginning of the tail, and they stand above under the tail. Okay, we have long necks, not as long as the Oriental, but longer than Banquiboid, and they have like a big head with prominated cheeks. But it hasn't the I don't know how it called the corrugated head as the Asils, right? This not I don't know how to describe it. So what we the how we can describe a Peruvian long knife rooster is as a midway from the Banquiboid to the Oriental races. to the Asil or the Malaysian. I don't know if the explanation is okay for you.
తోక ఎలా ఉంటుంది?
It's not as down as the Oriental, but not as high as a Banky Boy. It's like a mid position tail. Okay, it's like I don't know, probably a 50-degree angle, more or less, like from the lower part of the body. Okay, more or less 45-degree, 50-degree angle.
దాదాపు 10 పౌండ్ల బరువా లేక ఎంత బరువున్న కోళ్లతో పందెం వేయడానికి మీరు ఇష్టపడతారు?
What I like is more than 9.5 pounds. Is what I like better. I have 8 pounds, 8.5 pounds, and I have 10 or 10.5 pounds. But for me, the better way goes between 9 and 10, and 9 or 9.5 is the best for the kind of roosters that I have.
మీ కోళ్ల కండ కాళ్ళు ఎలా ఉంటాయి?
My roosters are long legs. Okay, they have prominent the upper part of the legs. I prefer the wings a little bit longer.
Okay.
But the best characteristic that I think for the fight that we need for the fight is the speedness. Okay, the speedness is what you can go up, you can go to the middle, you can go down in the fight, but the speedness is crucial. Okay, speedness, not that the speedness that loses the effectiveness. Okay, I don't know if that's okay. So if that description is okay.
కత్తిని కుడికాలుకు ఎందుకు కట్టరు?
This is a bit of a tradition, actually. Okay, why do we?
Not that they use only left leg.
Why do we tie the knife on the left leg? The principal reason, okay, is that most of the tires, okay, are right-handed. So for a right-handed, it's easier to tie the knife in the left leg.
మరప్పుడు కుడికాలు కంటే ఎడమ కాలుతో పుంజు బలంగా తన్నగలదా?
No, probably. Well, the rooster is different as a human being. Okay, a human being has two sides of the brain. Okay, that means that if you are predominant on the right side of the brain, probably you will be a left-handed or left-footed. Okay, and if you are predominant in the left part of the brain, as normally, you will be a right-handed or a right-footed. The bird doesn't have this distribution of the brain. Okay, that is why all birds, all roosters are left and right side. They move it in the same way. You don't see a rooster only hitting the left leg or only hitting with the right leg. Where you put the knife is kind of not important. Okay. Probably what we have done by selection during all these years is that the characteristic could be that the roosters get first the left leg. Okay. Probably that, because the position they get to the fight probably would be in a left position. Okay, I don't know if I'm clear with that idea, but actually you can, and we have proved it. We have put knives in the right leg, and the rooster kills more or less the same. Okay, so traditionally we have put the knife in the left leg because it's easier for a right-handed to tie it in this leg.
పెరూలో ఇప్పటి వరకు నిర్వహించిన పెద్ద పందెం ఎంత?
That actually goes with every breeder, okay? With each individual, with each breeder. For me, the best tournaments I consider are La Asociación, which is an institution here of probably the principal breeders during years, okay? And the Círculo Gallístico, which does a national championship and gets breeders from all the country coming. The Círculo Gallístico is an institution, association. It has more breeders, okay, more associates there, but they also include breeders from different parts of the country that come and participate in this national championship. For example, they have Círculo Aístico. In the Círculo Aístico we have a tournament that is only for the associates, and we have this national tournament. La Asociación is the elite, for saying it in some way, is the elite breeders of Peru during the years, okay, that are associates there, and only the associates participate in the championships. For me, the most prestigious is the Asociación, okay?
Okay.
But the national championship in the Círculo Aístico is also very important. Those are probably the two bigger ones in prestige. But there are also other championships in different towns of the country. For example, in Cañete, which is south of Lima, there is a big championship there, and probably has the higher prices. Okay, in what money means. Okay, they are giving prices of about $300,000 divided in the different prices. Okay, those are probably the higher prices for the championship here in Peru. Okay, there are also big championships in Cusco, in Abancay, Andahuaylas, Huancayo, different towns. Ica also is very big in different towns in Peru. But for me, the principal championships are those two. La Asociación and the National of the Círculo Aístico.
కోళ్ల పందాలు ప్రతిష్ఠ కోసమా లేక డబ్బు కోసమా?
For me, more important is the prestige. There have been some years that I haven't participated in the Cañete tournament, which is the biggest in prizes, for several reasons. But I have never stopped participating in the Círculo and la Asociación, because those are the most important for me, and the ones that give the breeder the most prestige, because you are fighting in the same conditions against the best breeders, the elite breeders of Peru.
ఒక్కో పుంజుపై ఎంత పందెం కాస్తారు? బహుమతి ఎంత?
They go from probably about $15, the small ones, to I don't know. It could be $1,000, $2,000. Somebody that bets on a fight on a rooster. But for example, I don't bet. The breeders, what we do is pay an entrance in the championship. Okay.
The entrance fee is how much?
500 soles, 500 soles, which is about $150, more or less.
Okay.
Okay, in those kind of championships, every championship has like a different quote. Okay, they are not the same in every championship, but for example, the Asociación and Círculo are more or less around that, $150 to $200. That's more or less the entrance fee.
మీరు ఇప్పటి వరకు కోడి పందాలపై ఎంత గెలిచారు?
Champions could earn about in la Asociación about I think it's about $60,000, more or less, $60,000. A little bit less, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember right now the amount of what the champion earns, but it's around there, $40,000 to $60,000. Now a little bit less, I think, $30,000 to $40,000.
Okay.
Círculo is the national of the Círculo is, as a bigger championship, is a higher earning, probably around $80,000, more or less.
పెరూలో 10 మంది ప్రముఖ బ్రీడర్ల పేర్లు చెప్పండి.
It's kind of difficult saying exact names for the 10 top breeders, because there are some years that some ones are on top, and there are some years that these ones on top are not on top. So it's kind of difficult to maintain, to say 10 top breeders, but I could tell you some breeders that maintain in a good level, and they are like fighting for the championship nearly every year, probably.
Okay.
Okay, for example, Alberto Ubins is one of the probably the ones that
Who?
most wins. Oh, Alberto Ubins that has high quality roosters here, but his roosters are smaller. Okay, he uses more American races, more North American races, United States.
Okay.
He uses a lot of jumpers. He uses a lot of sweater, probably roundhead.
Okay.
These kind of races of the United States. And his roosters are about 7.5 pounds to, or probably a little more, 8 to 8.5 pounds, more or less. Mm-hmm.
Who else? Who are the other breeders whom you recommend?
Okay, for example, Salvador Gubins also is a good breeder here. Probably Salvador is the one that has won the association most times. Salvador, I think he has won it 3 times.
Can you spell his name for me?
Salvador is Salvador. Salvador Gubins. Is his cousin of Alberto. Okay, they're cousins, but they breed the different kind of birds, different kind of roosters.
Okay.
Okay, Salvador are probably. He also uses U.S. races. Okay, McRae principally, the Hatch. Okay,
Okay.
but his roosters are bigger. He uses normally 9 to 10 pounds roosters.
Okay.
They are stronger. They are very effective. They are a little bit lack of speed.
Okay.
And high jump. They are mid jump to 3/4 of jump. They are a little bit lack of speed, but when they give a shot, they are highly effective.
మీరు ఎలాంటి పుంజులను భారత బ్రీడర్లకు సిఫార్సు చేస్తారు?
I don't know. I think here in Peru, you can have different kind of being as heterozygotic as we are. Okay, you can find here different kind of roosters. You can find, as I said, offensive roosters, defensive roosters, high jump, low jump. You can have very effective, not that effective, very high speed and low speed. I don't know. It's very different. It depends on what you like, okay, and what you want to these roosters to give you to your roosters. Let me ask you a question. What is let's say your intention with the information about Peruvian? To mix it up with the roosters you have there, or to make like a Peruvian league there?
ఈ మధ్య పెరూవియన్ పేరుతో ఫిలిప్పీన్ నుంచి బ్లాక్ నైట్ మార్టిన్ వైల్డర్ కోళ్లను భారీగా భారతీయులకు అమ్మారు. అవి చిన్నవి, సన్నగా పల్చడి శరీరంతో ఉన్నాయి. అసీల్ పుంజులను ఎదుర్కోలేకపోతున్నాయి. అదే పెరూవియన్ ఛాంపియన్షిప్లో పందెం కోళ్లైతే బలమైన దేహంతో చురుగ్గా కదులుతున్న దృశ్యాలు సోషల్ మీడియాలో హల్చల్ చేస్తున్నాయి. బ్లాక్ నైట్ మార్టిన్ వైల్డర్ అనే కోళ్లను ఫిలిప్పీన్ నుంచి పెద్ద మొత్తంలో దిగుమతి అయ్యాయి.
What I think here, two things. Probably those are names that Philippines had put to the roosters, okay? Because we don't know here these black knights.
Okay.
Okay.
And how?
That's the first thing, and the second thing is that probably knowing the amount of U.S. Roosters that there are in Philippines. Probably they have mixed them up with U.S. roosters.
Okay.
Probably with sweater or that kind of roosters. That is why probably the size are smaller.
Okay.
That is what I am speculating. I don't know about that, but that is what I am speculating about it.
బ్లాక్ నైట్ మార్టిన్ వైల్డర్ రకాలు పెరుగుకు చెందిన ఇద్దరు ప్రముఖ బ్రీడర్ల నుంచి వచ్చాయి. వీళ్ళు ఛాంపియన్లేనా?
He's part of the Círculo Eístico.
Okay. Is he a winner?
probably he wins fights, but I don't remember he has won a lot of championships.
Okay. Martin Wilder. Martin Wilder.
I don't know him. I think he's like he's a breeder here, but I don't know him.
Oh, he's not one of the players.
No, he is not one of the ones of the that fight in the big leagues for saying it that some way.
మార్టిన్ వెల్డర్ కోళ్లు బలహీనంగా ఉన్నాయి. అసీల్ పుంజులతో పందెం పెట్టినప్పుడు మార్టిన్ వెల్డర్ కోళ్లు పారిపోతున్నాయి. భారత పందెపురాయుళ్లకు పెరూవియన్ పుంజుల ఎంపికలో మీరెలాంటి సూచనలు చేస్తారు?
For me, if you want Peruvian roosters, you will have to go to people that breed that have Peruvian breeds. Okay, here in Peru, the problem, or I don't know if it is a problem, but the difference is that, for example, you there in India breed only seals with seals. Okay, and probably a good amount of the breeders have only the breeds of seals and the seals. Okay, that what happens here in Peru is that many people, okay, use to breed here, to bring here U.S. races, Spanish races, Oriental races, English races, and start to breed them with the Peruvian long-necked rooster. So what you will have is probably mixed up, okay? And they have probably older farms with this mixing up, okay? There are some breeders, and there are, I think, a few that maintain the Peruvian rooster in its original form, in saying it in some way, okay? I think that is what you should take to India. If you want Peruvian long life, you should take Peruvian long life. You should not take Peruvian mixed up with other races. I don't know if you get me.
Okay.
పెరూవియన్ లాంగ్ నెక్ పుంజుల ఎంపికలో గుర్తించాల్సిన ప్రత్యేక లక్షణాలేంటి?
As I said you before, it depends on what you want. Okay, if you want what kind of characteristic you would like to have from Peruvian long life roosters.
Like, what do you prefer?
I told you I prefer high speed and effectiveness. If it has high jump, better. But the most important characteristic for me is the speedness, but being effective, not that the speedness that loses the effectiveness.
పెరూవియన్ పందెం పుంజు తెలివితేటలు ఎలా ఉంటాయి?
For me, there are two kinds of intelligence here in the bird. The first one is the defensive bird. Some people think as intelligent a defensive bird that takes out the shots of the other bird, okay, of the other rooster. For me, the intelligence is the rooster that adequates to the fight of the other bird. For example, if you have a rooster that goes to fight straightly and directly, an intelligent rooster will wait for him to pass over several times and then jump higher and hit him, okay?
Okay.
If the other rooster is distracted one that starts to pick the floor, okay, this intelligent rooster will start to be closer to the other rooster and go for him very, very quickly. Okay, that is what I think about the intelligence of a rooster. Okay, a rooster that adequates to the fight and to the other rooster. Okay, and the one that uses the defensive fight only when he needs it.
మీ పుంజును పందానికి ఎలా సిద్ధం చేస్తారు?
We use here what we call revolcaderos. I will try to send you a video of my farm.
Okay.
Okay, probably on Tuesday, and you can have it. Okay. We call revolcaderos these like cages, okay, that are a little bit bigger than the ones we use normally. We normally use a meter by a meter. Okay, it's like a cube, a meter a meter and a meter high.
Okay.
Okay, these revolcaderos are probably 2 meters by a little bit more than a meter. Okay, they are open. They don't have walls at the sides or at the back. They are open all the way around, so the rooster can see other roosters and start moving. Okay, they do what we call revolcarse. Revolcarse is like when the bird starts to rest and start to move the legs and start to take the sand over the body.
Okay. Okay. I understand.
Okay, they do that. We move them a lot of places. We move them from the small cages to the larger cages, and then to other cages when they watch other birds. Okay, other roosters. We take it to the pit. We have a pit in the farm. Okay, we take it to the pit and give them some flights, throwing it high, about 2 to 3 flights.
Okay.
Okay, and give them some moves around the pit. Okay, like probably.
Can you send me videos of those moves and the fights?
Yes, of course. I will try to. I will try to get some of them.
Oh, that will be good.
I will try to get some of them. I will try to. Well, actually, we are in the moment where the birds, when the roosters change the feathers. Okay.
Okay.
But I will try to show you with the rooster will not be in the best conditions. Okay. But I will try to show you how do we do that.
Okay.
Okay. Try to understand me that it is not the best time of the year for us because we're in summer right now and the roosters are changing their feathers. But I will try to do it as we do it when the tournament comes. Okay.
Okay.
కోడి పుంజులకు ఎలాంటి మేత వేస్తుంటారు?
We buy actually pellets. We buy the pellets that is like a formula.
Okay.
Okay, that gives the roosters all the nutrients they need. We mix that pellets with corn. Okay, corn and wheat.
Okay.
And that's it.
Any exercises like swimming and all that stuff?
Spinning, you told me?
Swim.
Swim. No.
No swim.
Some older breeders used to do that in about I don't know 50 years ago probably. But I personally don't like the roosters to swim. That's not natural for them. Okay, roosters in the nature don't swim.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not logical for me. Okay, so. I don't think that helps them very much for the fight.
చాలా విలువైన సమాచారాన్ని అందించారు. మీ విలువైన సమయం కేటాయించినందుకు ధన్యవాదాలు.
Nice speaking with you.